Assalamu alaikum. You are watching Hello News USA. I am MD Abdul Qadir. For trusted international news, in-depth analysis, and breaking global updates, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. President Donald Trump appears to be talking himself into one of the most dangerous foreign policy decisions of his presidency, possible U.S. military action against Iran. As protests shake the foundations of Iran's Islamic Republic, Trump's rhetoric is growing sharper and expectations are rising, both in Washington and on the streets of Iran. In a recent CBS News interview, President Trump warned Iran's leadership that if protesters are executed, the United States would take what he called strong action. While this does not automatically mean war, any response that looks symbolic could severely weaken America's credibility. Former U.S. Defense Secretary and CIA Director Leon Panetta told CNN that American credibility now demands action, not necessarily a full-scale war, but something that clearly signals support for Iranian protesters. Once again, if you value independent international news, please subscribe to Hello News USA. A growing humanitarian crisis. Despite an ongoing internet blackout, disturbing footage continues to emerge from Iran. Human rights groups estimate that more than 2,400 people may have been killed in the government crackdown. President Trump's repeated warnings may have raised hopes among protesters risking their lives. Iran experts say many demonstrators believe the U.S. might provide at least some form of protection, diplomatic, cyber, or military. According to analyst Kareem Sajadpour, Trump has threatened military action multiple times over the past 2 weeks, and those threats were made before thousands were reportedly killed. Why Iran looks vulnerable right now? Strategically, Iran has rarely appeared weaker. Severe economic shortages are fueling public anger. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, now 86, faces a looming succession crisis. Much of Iran's senior military leadership was reportedly wiped out during last year's conflict with Israel. Iran's regional power has been badly damaged since the October 7, 2023 Hamas attacks and the wars that followed. Supporters of action argue this could be a historic opportunity to end a regime responsible for decades of regional instability and the deaths of thousands of Americans and allies. President Trump himself has hinted at reshaping the Middle East into a peaceful, prosperous region, one without Iran's revolutionary influence. But history sends a warning. Yet history offers sobering lessons. From Vietnam to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya, U.S. interventions often began with strong moral and strategic justifications and ended in chaos. Even President Obama, who avoided military involvement during Iran's 2009 Green Movement protests, later admitted regrets about not showing stronger solidarity, while still warning against foreign interference becoming an excuse for repression. Trump faces the same dilemma. Would U.S. strikes help protesters or strengthen the regime's narrative of foreign aggression? Serious risks and unanswered questions. Iran is not Venezuela. A special forces raid like the one that removed Nicolás Maduro would be extraordinarily risky. Airstrikes or drone attacks could eliminate leadership targets, but they might also empower a more brutal successor. There's no clear, unified opposition ready to lead Iran into a stable transition, and any collapse could trigger massive refugee flows and regional instability. Meanwhile, U.S. military resources are already stretched, from Venezuela to the Middle East and the Pacific. When asked if U.S. airstrikes could truly protect protesters, President Trump replied, "You never know, do you?" Conclusion. President Trump may be tempted by bold action and historic legacy, but striking Iran would be one of the most consequential decisions of his presidency, with risks that extend far beyond the headlines. The world is watching, and history will judge what comes next. You were watching Hello News USA. I am MD Abdul Qadir. For accurate international news and powerful global analysis, subscribe to our channel and stay with Hello News USA.